Okay, I have tried to make this video 4 times now, and I keep getting phone calls or alarms going off. So let's try this again, shall we? And I'm going to make it as brief as possible. Okay, Jeffrey had another meltdown. It's becoming a little more common. We did add another hour to his school day over the last week just to see how he would handle it. And we had a really busy weekend. So Saturday night, I had to restrain him to keep him and myself safe. And my husband had to be gone, so it was just me. And there's certain ways. Can't even talk now. I've been doing this so long. There's certain ways that I know that Jeffrey's ready to be released from a restraint. So one of the ways is I can tell by his body tension. If he's still really tense and tight, he's still straining against me, then it's a no-go. There's no way I'm going to let him go. I look for tears, real tears, which sounds really bad, but if he's really crying real tears, then that usually means he's moved on from the anger to remorse. But in this case, I looked for how he responded to my voice. And I use a soft voice like I'm using right now, and I just start talking to him. And if he's not ready to be lit up, he'll yell at me to shut up or leave me alone, stop talking to me, you're making things worse, that kind of stuff. So after a while, I did ask him how he was doing, if I could just lay down next to him, and I was told to shut up, so I waited. And then I started saying things like, gee, it's too bad we had a meltdown today, but we have a whole new day tomorrow that we can try again. And like I said, using my soft voice, positive, always ending on a positive. The tantrum didn't get you what you wanted, but maybe if we try being nice tomorrow, we can get what you want. That kind of stuff, using calm, soothing voice. And he didn't respond. So that told me he was ready to listen. He was listening to what I had to say. He was thinking about what I had to say. So I asked him if I could lay down next to him because I was getting really tired. And yeah, sure, whatever. Okay, so I started to slowly get off of him. And he said, yay, I get to run away. And I thought, well, did I misread this situation or what? And so I sat back down, and he's like, no. I said, well, Jeffrey, I can't let you go if you're going to run away from me. And so he comes up with the idea, well, why don't you just hold my hand? And that way I can't get too far away. I said, okay, give me your hand. So he reached back behind him, because I had him laying on his tummy. He reached back behind him and took my hand, and I slid off of his back, and I laid down next to him, and I held his hand. And we laid there talking about what could we have done differently this time. Instead of getting angry, could we have used a nice voice and said what we needed? And we talked about what it was he felt like he needed at that time. And then I said, so what are we going to do now? And he's like, I don't know. I said, well, it's past bedtime. Don't you think you should go to bed? Yeah, can I have a drink of water first? Yeah, you should get a drink of water. And while you're in there, blow your nose and wash your face and hands, and then we can tuck you into bed. So that's kind of a glimpse into Jeffrey's brain and how Jeffrey functions at a much younger level. He laid there on the floor. My 13-year-old boy laid on the floor next to me, holding my hand and talking. So for those of you dealing with these kind of meltdowns, I don't profess to be an expert. Goodness knows we're still dealing with them. But maybe some advice on how to deal with them when they're happening. Keep calm. Use soft voices. Don't let them trigger you, which is easier said than done. And always end on a positive. Create an awesome day.